Well, we're live again and in living color. Just trying to get set up over here as well. All right, wait for folks to start trickling in. And 3, 2, 1, there's Dave again. All right, so. All right, welcome. So this week's topic is going to be daily maintenance, which is something we need to remind ourselves of, myself as well. When I think about it, I do the things that help me along on my path. Hello, first person. Oh, Eliona, what a love. Can't wait to see you, lady. Hope everything's going well with you and you're out there keeping the gate, minding the fence. Minding the fence, that's funny, I like that. Is that what a gatekeeper is? They mind the fence? Yeah, maybe we should knock people off it. No? Trusty coffee cup. Hi there, Eliona. Beautiful. She's such a sweetheart of a woman. Good chance you guys can meet Eliona if you come to the event this year in Colorado Springs. She seems to be a usual suspect at our events, and she's quite a contribution. Big, huge heart. She does some cool meditative stuff, and she's always there for people. So, you're very welcome, dear. I call them as I see them. Anyhow, daily maintenance, it's something that has been coming up in my mind last couple weeks, so that's why I figured we should talk about it. It is my chat. I get to pick out what we talk about. Nobody emailed me anything this week, so I just sort of came up with something. Anyhow, daily maintenance includes taking care of the things around you, not just yourself. In order to take care of yourself, you have to take care of your responsibilities too. And sometimes your responsibilities are no fun. But we got to go do those things too, because you got to keep the lights on and you got to keep food in your stomach. Jack McConnell, hey buddy, you're almost on time. No, I'm kidding. You're perfectly on time. A lot earlier than the last couple of times. I hope you can hear me. Anyhow, you may need to get some external speakers for your computer. I don't know. I've been doing some testing on this thing, and it's coming out loud on my computer and on my phone, but on other people's phones and their computers, that's not coming. It depends on where you're at, the reception, I guess, the amount of bandwidth you got. Anyhow, Jack McConnell is in the house. Cool dudes. So, daily maintenance. It talks about maintaining your livelihood in the visits and stuff. They give us things to tune our chakras. Of course, I'm going to go there first. They give us things to balance our frequencies, raise our frequencies up. And they gave us the principles of a master. And they were talking about examining on a daily basis your participation with your giftedness and the traps that you would fall into in order to help you maintain those. The only person that can talk to you about that particular thing is yourself, obviously. So this is part of the inside job. Taking care of yourself is looking at yourself in a deeper look. I understand there's a lot of folks doing the 50 gates at this time. And 2 thumbs way up. Thank you very much. Excuse me for participating. You'll have to excuse me if I seem a little burpy. I just took one of those Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine thingies. I never take those, but I got to tell you, I'm getting knocked down twice so far by this head cold that's come around, and Carol's getting it too. Mom hopefully will not get this one because we don't need her coughing and hacking anymore, and she already does. I remember some years back, I was getting colds pretty often, and it was when there was like what I called a disturbance in the force. I don't know that anything weird's going on at the moment, but you never know. It could be that I run around a lot. I see so many people. I've been gone almost every weekend for the last 4 or 5 months. Maybe staying home one weekend here and there. So I think it's finally catching up to me, traveling a lot, going back and forth from different parts of the state. And then, of course, I took a cross-country trip. I think that one might have pushed my immune system over the edge there. It was 18 below. Anyhow, it was cold. I mean, really cold. So I hope you don't ever have to experience that. Cindy's there in the chili section as well. So daily maintenance, make sure that you eat the best food you can get your hands on. Make sure you drink good water, good coffee. I don't buy cheap coffee. I buy the best beans that I can get my hands on. And I use water treated with the Laminar Crystal Star. So it's actually Star coffee. So anyhow, and I'm not drinking it in a Laminar Crystal cup. I'm using my Starbucks cup because I love my Starbucks cup. I just like the contour. It feels good and it's easy on the hand. So I have Laminar Crystal cups though. See? All right. Anyhow. So Jack, seeing that you're in the room, you usually have some really awesome questions. Cindy usually is pretty good with the questions too. Cindy is saying hello room. No, that's Carol. Carol's saying hello room, and Cindy Parfit is saying that Star works great. Yes, they do work great. Do I have any in here? Probably not, because I don't sit at this desk all the time. If you notice the background, I'm broadcasting from our dining room because it is not 18 below, but it's close. It's like 20 degrees out there, 25, 26 degrees. It's kind of chilly. Oh, cool. Good. Eliona is saying that she uses her coffee cup. She got one from us last spring. So a lot of you folks are using the Laminar Crystal stuff. It's really beneficial for you. It brings your what Michael or what Gabriel actually explained it back in 2004 or 5 when we got it. He was saying it puts life force into whatever you put near it. So that's what's going on. It pushes out biophotons, the light, and then that puts life force into whatever you're consuming. Cindy's asking me about my weather. Is it above zero? Yes, it's 20-something above zero. It's cold, chilly. Enough for a glass of water to freeze on the porch, but if you throw it, it's not going to freeze till it hits the ground. So, it's not that cold. So, not as cold as your region. You're up in Wisconsin, up there behind the Cheddar Curtain. It's a really chilly place. So, anyhow, talked to Joe yesterday. He was driving to the Tucson Rock and Mineral Show. That's happening. I think it's over now. He was just going just to pick up one item, so he just went to the last day, I think. And he's picking up Metatron crystals, Metatron flames. They're not the easiest ones to find, apparently. There's a guy that makes them, and he goes to the fair or the rock show there and offers them up, and Joe had requested some being made. So hopefully they're all of the quality he would need so that he can bring them and get them out to you guys. If you're not familiar with the Metatron crystal, it looks like a flame, or it looks like a crystal. It's a clear quartz crystal that's cut into a flame, or just a regular standing crystal in order for you to have it on a pedestal or something. And it's infused with the vibration of the Metatron. And you can also use it for different processes, like the Shekinah blessing. Anytime you use the tabernacle, when you do the Novus Invictus, they'll probably be using it this year at the event. We've used them at the events before. They're very pretty, and they have a very high vibration. They're usually painted on the bottom with the symbol of the Shekinah or the symbol of the Metatron, depending on which one it is. The Shekinah one's purple, Metatron one's clear, and the Metatron one will have a silver mark on the bottom, and the Shekinah one will have a gold mark, but they rub off after a while, but that's still there. You can see it under a black light. It's pretty cool that when you hold it up there, you see it. Anyhow. more coffee. Looks like we've got a few folks that have joined the room. And who is in here? I can't see a list, though. That's the thing. I wish I could see a list. So I was talking to Joe, and he said he was heading to the Rock and Mineral show, and that he would try and pop in on the chat, but I doubt he's going to have any time. He's probably driving or ending up in he's probably driving home by now. Knowing him, he just got what he wanted, turned around, came back. He's one of those kind of guys. Let me go get it and get her done. Not a whole lot happening on the Angel front. I'm hoping that since he is picking up stuff for the event, that he'll be getting a visit soon. I think he's got all the, he said he had all the oils together and everything that he needed for the Da'oth oil. Getting more registrations. I don't know if there's any of the discounted ones. It's still on a early bird special. The early bird special for the event this year is $225, but there was someone who had donated a specific amount of money for the next specific amount of people to pay only $200. I don't know how many of those are left. I don't know that any are. I know that there were some signups happening this week. So, hope you guys got one. If not, it's not that big of a difference. Just get to the event, and this is going to make a huge difference for our planet. I would like to see the numbers personally. We've been working hard for many years to get these numbers together, and it's not like it's up to us to make you guys come or anything like that. It's you guys want to see a change in the world, you have to participate in that change. It's that simple. It's not like you have to, but you get to participate in making a change in the planet. We're constantly doing, we want to build our businesses, people want to build a healing practice. If you knew the power of what it was for us to come together, you would be building people up to bring them to the event so that we don't have to have a healing practice, so that we don't have to. Didn't we get the numbers in Denver? We got the numbers when Diksha showed up, and that was not Denver, that was Aurora. We had 330 people there. However, most of those people were Diksha participants, and there were some that gathered and some that did not gather. And right after that event, they took about 2/3 of the people with them. So we haven't really seen much of any of those folks in a while. I had my feelings about Diksha when they came, and I did some research, and I tried to warn everybody, but they didn't want to listen to me, so we got what we got. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. So that's me. I mean, they have some really cool conversation, and Michael doesn't denounce anybody for anything, but after the research I did and my interactions with those folks, I'm going to pass. I'm going to just go ahead and move forward with what we're doing. I don't do hierarchies. I don't do lifting people above or below other people. If you're going to do that, I'm probably going to exit, because especially this, the only reason I'm still involved in this is because there's no leaders or anything like that. Joe gets the messages, gives them to you guys. You guys do what you want to do with them. He's not in charge of you. He's not requiring anything of you. He's not telling you what to do. They got the Bhagwan thing going where he tells them thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm not interested. I'm just, bye, I'm out. So anyhow, cool blessing and stuff, but Reiki's much more powerful than that, in my opinion. And so anyhow, I love the people that are doing it, and I think they have the biggest hearts in the world. But I also think that this stuff has a better potential of bringing people together if they start, realizing and utilizing the benefits of these things. So there's, this time of year, I got a gate of grace out in the yard, so it's really not time to go out into the gate and go visit the, you can use the selenite blade to go into the past the void and get some info. I'd have to dig this time of year. It's not a fun thing. Oh, Tanya. Hey, she just showed up. Hey, lady. Tanya says, hey, buddy. She's our friend out in New Mexico. She's been to a couple of the events, I think. I think the last one you came to was in Colorado. I'm not sure. I mean, you texted it to me one time because you normally watch the videos afterwards and comment. And that works out pretty good too. So if you need clarity, just email me or text me or whatever. But I don't have a whole lot on the agenda to talk about today. I do encourage you to sign up for the event. If you're not signed up, tell your friends about it. I've been receiving calls, Park City, Utah. Okay. Tanya went to the Park City one. She was instrumental in helping us out with some situations there. It was pretty cool. She's got a good level head on her shoulders. And she gets a little wild herself. Why not? Everybody does. What was the last one? Oh, you're in Utah. I thought you were in New Mexico for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, she's in Utah. Tanya. Okay, Cindy Parfit. Actually, a question. I'm all ears. I can hear you. Okay. Do we use tuning forks with the 50 Gates book? As usual, excellent question. You can. There is a way. Each gate has these spheres. Like, I wish I had my book in front of me. I can't. Giving your secrets away. Yeah, I know, this is live, dude. And it's also getting recorded, and it's going on infinitum onto YouTube, so it's going to be out there forever. Tanya. That's cute. All right. Cindy is asking about the tuning forks with the 50 gates. Yes. If you look at the gate you're in, it'll tell you Malkuth through the Jasad, or the Chokmah through whatever, okay? Those are the frequencies that you would use to help you gain access to those gates. And what that does is when you're striking those frequencies, I believe there's a CD that you can get for the 50 gates for the vibrations, if I'm not mistaken. I think there is a CD for that. We used to have a CD for everything. The chakra forks and the Sephiroth forks and the Tree of Life forks, you can record pretty easily without any interruptions. When you get into the frequencies of the 7 Names of God forks, that's when the harmonics are different, and those are not ones that we do recordings with. But the other ones, I believe Joe has recordings of. I'll check into it. I can even post it on the Facebook page. Let's see here, books and CDs. I'm on my web page right now. And if I look at my own store, we'll see what we got here. Boy, I've got a lot of stuff on this website. Anyhow, I'll look into that in a minute. I got the 50 Gates manual. The Holy of Holies, I know, does have a CD. I can't remember if the 50 Gates has anything. So, I'm interested in the CD. I'm having a hard time with the book. Okay, well, the book, okay, so everybody has a hard time with the 50 Gates, okay? You're taming your ego, okay? The ego is going to rear up and get in your way. Let go, relax, trust yourself, and answer the question. That's all you got to do. We have a tendency of overanalyzing things, and we think that there needs to be a specific way for this thing to be done. The only way to get through the gate is to go through the gate. I can't tell you how to do that. Everybody's different when it comes to going through the gates. Everybody can go through the gates. Not everybody will make it through them all. Don't think you're going to get through all the gates the first time. You're not. If you do, well, good on you. I don't know anybody that has. Okay, so I'm interested in the CD. I'm having a hard time with the book. Holy of Holies. That's another process that we'll go into. That came with the fifth key. The fifth key is, as a child of God, I have the right to commune with God as the temple of I am. And that came with the way into the Holy of Holies, which is, there's an oil called the Holy of Holies. Jules made it back when it first came out, making it only until Gabrielle was old enough to make the oil. When Gabrielle was old enough to make the oil, Jules no longer made it. So basically, Gabrielle's the maker of the oils. She makes them now. So that's how that works. Well, most of them. She makes most of the oils, from what I understand. I know Joe still makes some. Her mother's not making any, and nobody else is involved with Joe making them that I'm aware of. Some may be making them on their own. That's cool too. Providing they were given the instruction. So, can I do them out of order? Why would you do that? Sure, go ahead. See how... See, the thing is when you're going through the 50 gates, there's an order to it. Can you do it out of order? Of course you can. But why would you want to do it that way? This is something very serious that you should take with great respect. This is something that was given by the Sephiroth. This is a very special gift, like the Da'oth. The Sephiroth is an angel that looks like a flower, okay? And there's 9 angels in it. When you meet one, you've met them all. And there's a visit that talks about it, and that's when we got the 50 gates. It's very important. Because some of them, there is nothing for me to write. Well, I don't know. I don't know. There's nobody judging you on how you go through this. I'm just saying, treat it with the respect that you would treat something that you were given to from God. That's how you treat this work. Treat it with the respect that you would treat it with if it was given to you by God. It's the easiest way to handle this work. Honor it, It's easy to want to try and make something easier. To search our minds to find out what we think would make something easier for us. When they gave this stuff to us, it wasn't because we couldn't do it. They gave us this work because we can do it. It is not easy. That's why they call it the work. Now, work is an interesting word. I'll get to your question in a minute, Tanya. Work is an interesting word. It comes from the word worship, and it actually is a labor of love. Now work is 40 hours a week. You have to punch a clock. You got to do this. You got to do that. You have somebody standing over you. That's work, right? No, work is working from your heart, working with, from your soul. Like when the Native Americans dance, they do it with their whole body, and we should work that way too. And when we do this work, do it with your entire beingness, your whole body. Everything gets involved. All right. Easier is not the same as better. Well, okay, let's see here. All right, because some of them there is nothing for me to... Okay, I know. Do you know what visit that mentions those angels? It is in 2003, 2002. The Sephira came when we were getting the keys. Okay, there was a period of time from 99 to maybe I think it was 2000 or 99 until 2003. I think it took us to get all of the keys. We would get a key here and get a key there. kind of sick right now, so my mind's not working as well as it normally does. But it took us some time. It was the fifth key visit. And that visit has been posted on the Gathered Masters site. Okay. Tanya's making some good suggestions. All right. So, okay, I'm way back. Okay, easier is not the same as better. Okay. Do you take? Okay, good. All right. So, yeah, you are a rock star. Just don't make it more complicated than it is. Either just do the gate. It's not a big deal. It's not rocket science. This work is doable. It's not easy. Getting out of your own way is going to be the most difficult thing that you're ever going to do, because that's what's standing in your way is yourself. When you're moving through these 50 gates, take another trip to the front part of it where it tells you what you're actually doing. Read it a couple of times. Get it set in your mind. You may want to memorize some of this stuff. We've been dealing with the 50 gates for many years, since 2003, 2004. Yeah, we did the 50 gates before we went to the first Eden event. So we've gone through it a few times. Have we accomplished anything? Yeah, we've done a lot with it. I think we're going to, do a lot more. And with the addition of the Da'ath, I think we have a lot more ammunition than we've ever had before. Bypassing a lot of things that, we could have done. It's a lot, they're really moving heaven and earth for us to have heaven on earth. It's up to us to do the rest of the work. That's the thing. They're trying to make it easier on us as we go. And we're asking for it to be easier than the easiest stuff they can give us. So let's be a little easier on ourselves. So don't make yourself think that you have to do the 50 gates a certain way. Do the best you can with what you got. That's all you can do. Or there's getting frustrated is, if you're starting to get frustrated about anything, stop. Step back. This work is not to frustrate you. It does challenge your abilities, it challenges your mind, but it's not to upset you or to upset you or admonish you in any way, shape, or form. The angels never speak down to us. The angels never tell us we're wrong. They're not going to tell us that we're good or bad. Michael has said, have you no more of this good, bad, less, more. It's either is or it is not. God's love is and is not, all at the same time. And we are coming out of this sleep, this slumber that we've been in for many, 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 many years. And as we start to awaken, it's kind of scary. But don't beat yourself up anymore, because that's what we're doing, is we're always beating ourselves up, but you're not good enough. You've been told you're unworthy for so long, it's like, no, you are. So, and the 50 gates will help you tame that part of your life. So it will be difficult. It will be challenging. Accept the challenge if you wish. You don't have to accept the challenge. It's not required to go through the 50 gates. They're not asking us to go through the 50 gates to come to the event. They're asking us to go through the 50 gates because we've asked what we can do to spiritually advance ourselves, and that's their answer. So there you go. Okay. Holy of Holies. The Holy of Holies is an oil that we were given when we got the fifth key. The reason why I'm going over this is Tanya was asking about this a minute ago, and basically there's an oil that you place on your palms and you place it over your heart, and you can enter the Holy of Holies, which is within you. And in there you will find the Ark of the Covenant. Okay, it's not lost. It's not going to be found on Oak Island. It's not going to be found anywhere on the planet. The Holy of Holies is right here. inside of you. You are the high priest or high priestess of your temple. Okay, this part of your body is the temple, which houses your brain, which runs the whole show. Okay, I'm not going to get too deep into that. Could be a cool conversation at some point. But the Holy of Holies dwells here. Okay, so you take these oils and you place them on your chest, but there's some preparation before you go into the holiest of all holies. Okay, you may want to clean your temple, meaning that you do a fast. It was suggested at the time that we received this information that we did a 3-day juice fast. Some folks can do that. Some folks don't do that if it's going to mess with your health. Some folks rely on medications and things of that nature. Only do what you can. You know, it does encourage you to eat better and put better things into your temple, into your body, as well as good thoughts and good everything. You know, positive reinforcement's always key, and high vibrating foods. So, you know, the more fresh, the better. And they're really hip on pescatarian lifestyle. They, you know, when you get into the herbs, which is still kind of a work in progress for me because there's some issues with the websites right now. We're getting those handled. Oh, by the way, thank you, Jose Valdez and Sheila Murphy, and who else? There was one other person. Kathy Benson.
Also, the one that always wears real dark lipstick. She's got this spiked hair.
Oh, Maxine.
No, not her. Her kid.
Oh, Krista Archer.
Yeah.
Krista Archer. Thank you guys for your contributions. They are going towards the website. Got those in a pile over there. As soon as I get the right amount, we'll fix it right up. So, anyhow, well, this might be a short one tonight. I'm starting to feel like I'm sick. I got the congestion and stuff like that. I've done some colloidal silver. I've done some not so natural stuff. I think I'm going to take a few drops of this other oil over here and probably put myself to sleep with it, because that's what it does. Is it knocks you out, it makes you heal your body. Oh, the Holy of Holies. Let me finish talking about that. You do a fast to clean your temple out a bit. Yeah, thank you, Eliana. I will get better. Everybody gets better. It's just a head cold, a little bug, nothing big. Just need to get more water in me. Strain the coffee beans out of it, I guess. I actually do drink water. That's what this cup is for here. So I drink water out of my Laminar crystal cup. Anyhow, the Holy of Holies is an interesting thing that you can go into, and you're the only one that can go in. So, well, thank you, Tanya. Thank you for doing these. Well, I hope they inspire you guys to get involved more, or tell your friends about them, or you could share the videos with your friends. I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm just trying to start up a conversation. Yeah, there are going to be things that I'm going to talk about that you can buy, but my whole purpose is not to use this for that. I'm using this to market you guys and also give you guys the inspiration to do something on your own. Nobody asked me to do this. I'm not getting paid. I never have been paid. I'm not a member. And, you know, I enjoy it. It's just what I do. I love it. I mean, if you come to my house, you see the front gate. I'm like totally in, man. Been to every event. Taken almost every class Joe's done. I'm really excited about this stuff. And right now we're in kind of a doldrum where the participation's been low. Now it's starting to hopefully start peaking up there. You know, folks are interested in getting gathered and doing gatherings now. You know, if we don't talk about this stuff, maybe the interest won't be there. You never know. I don't know. Wish I was like my brother. You know, he's all orange and stuff and fun and gets everybody all excited about everything. Anyhow, maybe we'll get him on board. He's been really hunkering down. He's got two very special people in his lives that needed him right then and there, and he dropped everything. I mean, they dropped everything for these two kids. So hopefully he'll be jumping on board. He's coming this year. He's coming to Colorado Springs, and we'll have the Wonder Twin Power back in action, man. I don't know what it'll be like, but it'll be fun. Usually it is with Brian there. And hopefully we'll get a lot of the older folks, but a lot of new people. You know, it's time to bring some new folks in. We need a lot more new people. We're a far cry from the 144,000 that we actually need. But with the things that are happening and you guys participating and going into the off as often as you can. You don't have to do it daily. You can. You can meditate daily, but if you're meditating daily, you might as well go into the Doth or another one of the spheres if you have the availability to do it. So it's up to you guys, really. That's the bottom line. As far as I can tell, reading through all of the visits over the last 23, 24 years, the bottom line is it's up to you and it's up to me. I'm doing what I can to bring this stuff forward. I invite you to do the same, however you guys choose to do it. Don't add your ideas into it. Don't add your twist. Give it the way it was given, and everything will work out. If you notice, the people that want to come in and they give their own twist on it, they twist themselves right out of here. If you stick to the path, you'll stay consistent. It's very simple. You know, you got great inspirations and ideas and stuff like that, but really, yeah, just stick to what the angel gave us, and you're going to go so far. And you never know. You know, everybody's got their thing, and that's what's got me hook, line, and sinkers. You don't have to, but you get to. So, and of course, if you knew how powerful you were, I don't think the place that we have this year would be big enough. So, anyhow. We're at 37 after the hour, and I'm running out of stuff to flap on about, I think, unless you want to talk about my coffee cup. So, any questions, anybody? We covered the question about the Doth. We're not the Doth. I'm sorry, the 50 gates and the Holy Holies. Tune your chakras, man. Eat good food. It's good for you. And I'm not up to par tonight, so my mind is not as clear as it usually is. It's all stuffy in there in my nose. It's all... I will feel better, you guys. I've felt worse. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. And if you guys have any needs or questions or anything, give me a buzz. Shoot me an email. Text me. Throw a rock at my window. Don't break it. Actually, don't come on my yard. Okay. You can come over if you want. Next week, we will be reconvening here. If I can get my cursor to cooperate. It will be February 14th at 6 p.m. Thank you guys for everything you do. And participate, and take care of yourselves. You're all you got. So, and we're all in it together, and no one's getting out of it alive. Actually, you will. We'll get into that later. And as always, I'll see you next week. The same gathering channel, same gathering time. My blessings, which is the heart, and my gifts, my words, and my deeds are of you. Bless your heart.